A WBTV investigation is questioning the numbers. For weeks, Charlotte's bus system has been blaming its service problems on an influx of unexpected driver absences.
Yeah, but we have found here the math doesn't add up, with just a fraction of drivers calling in sick that CATS claims. It is the latest in our investigation into problems with the city's bus service. Investigative reporter David Hodges joins us live from the CATS bus division. And David, your investigation already getting reaction from council members.
Yeah, simply put, council members now have more questions. Questions because our investigations are teaching them more information about how the city's bus system works than what they're often getting from city staff and staff at CATS. And now they have questions again after our findings tonight showing that the numbers that CATS is putting out there about driver absences simply don't add up with the internal numbers being shared with drivers. For weeks, we've told you about these tweets from CATS specifying the number of driver absences that day and forecasting delays as a result. They started after our investigation first exposed ghost buses, buses that showed up on the schedule as operating, but then never showed up at the stop.
When I have to take an Uber, I'm pissed off.
But we found the numbers in those tweets don't add up with these sheets posted internally for CATS staff each day. Take July 13th, when CATS tweeted they had 107 drivers call out. But this internal tally of absences, called a code sheet, shows just 49 employees from the entire bus operations division calling in sick.
It is the unexcused absence that we have been focusing on for the last several weeks.
That's CATS CEO John Lewis telling council members last week that the high number of unexpected absences is hampering operations, saying they were sick callouts.
And 107 people called in sick.
But of the 6 days WBTV has daily code reports for, none of them tallied as many sick absences as what CATS tweeted.
It just is another item reaffirming that I learned more from the media than I learned from my own staff.
Charlotte City Councilman Tark Bakari was one of 3 members we talked with on camera to voice frustration after our investigation continued to uncover basic facts that CATS and city leaders are not sharing.
This tells a much deeper story than what CATS and what I see too often from the city of Charlotte saying, hey, look at us, we're not to blame, and pointing the finger somewhere else.
When WBTV asked CATS about the discrepancy, a spokesman sent a statement saying unplanned absences include long-term absences that are actually planned, including workers' comp, military leave, and long-term medical leave.
It certainly sounds like 2 different responses.
It's 2 different responses, but the biggest question to me is, why are we even asking the questions, right? As the average person, I don't see why that matters. You just want to know your bus is coming.
Council members like Mayor Pro Tem Julie Eiselt have more questions now than they did last Thursday when we revealed a private company hired by the city manages nearly all aspects of CATS bus operations. That company, RATP Dev, was never mentioned at city council meetings this year until WBTV started asking questions.
We had no idea and still have no idea of the depth of how this relationship and organization is managed.
Well, certainly, I would love for them to come before the Transportation Committee.
Council members say it's time to get more details from the contractor and hold CATS CEO John Lewis accountable.
100%. He runs the bus system. It's his responsibility to make sure that the terms of the contract are being followed.
We've also been asking to speak with CATS CEO John Lewis, an on-camera interview for weeks, but a time has not yet been scheduled for that interview. In the meantime, you can count on us to keep digging into the situation at CATS and the bus division that's here behind me. Reporting live in Charlotte, David Hodges, WBTV, on your side.
The list of questions getting longer seemingly by the day. David, terrific reporting on this. WBTV has made, by the way, repeated requests for comment from RATP Dev, the private company contracted to manage CATS's bus service, but not gotten a response there either. We'll have much more on this story coming up with David ahead at 7:30 during On Your Side tonight.
Well, Jamie